Fresh Thoughts with Matt. That's our new show. I got a lot of things to say. And now you're going to hear about them.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
All right, let's get.
What?
Check out the new layout. Timestamp at the top.
Now
you can see right over
I
there.
can see very well there. Yeah,
There you go.
I like that.
I think you can even make it a little
it's
bit bigger.
fine, yeah.
There you go.
Usually, I usually keep a good eye on like the movement, and if I don't see stuff continuing to move to the left there, I'm like, oh shit, we got a serious fucking problem. 100 people on Facebook are going to be so disappointed. Actually, no,
they can't.
They're happy because they can watch us now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're back on Facebook.
It's the like 4 people who listen to us after.
Yeah.
That's who will be disappointed.
Well, you're going to be disappointed at some point. So
I mean, if you're not listening
you might
to
as
it,
well prepare yourself.
If you're not disappointed while you're listening,
Screaming Man Tom's here already.
Tom,
happy wedding to you. There you go.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. If it wasn't, I was saying last week, if it wouldn't have been incredibly impositional to be like travel across the country.
That's right. VHS
just for
Fest after party / wedding. Yeah.
For this this thing that lasted like 4 hours.
Oh my God. But if only it could have lasted the weekend.
I'll never
stop saying it.
I should have made arrangements to do a whole weekend party.
I think
like
back
just move
to that
it over
day, every fucking day. I swear to God,
you're thinking about it more than me.
Every fucking day I go back and think about, God, that was an amazing time. Just all those fucking people. God, I'll never stop.
I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself that much.
I don't know. I feel like there's something wrong with me. Like, why was I so happy to be around that many people? It's just like
because it's all people you know.
It's like I got these people already. I already know them. Okay.
I think the only people you didn't know are just Allison's extended family.
Allison's side. Yeah.
But they pretty much kept to themselves.
They sure did.
They just they're just real low key, so they're just hanging out. They blend in very easily.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Why not? Right?
Yeah. Last week we had no. Did you double up on the weird news? Because now
I did not double up on the weird news, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
I shot my full load last week. Okay, I had like 2 or 3 weeks worth of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't have a goddamn thing.
Hell
since then. I've just been living boring since then.
It's boring time, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's do it up. Boring time.
Go.
Boring style.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Yank, and then wait. What does that do? Did that blow your mind? That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
A fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay, then. Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.
If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And Matt and I were, I think we were World War I,
Red Baron pilots.
slowly fighting our way and eventually being shot out of the sky. That's it.
I was trying to get my ejector seat to work, and then I went down too quickly.
It was defective. It was a real bummer to find out at that moment. But
I saw some statistic that was talking about how back in, I think it was World War II, they were assessing the damage on planes, and they realized that the planes that came back, the places that they needed to reinforce, were the places that didn't have bullet holes, because that's the what could take a bullet.
Yeah, right.
And so like the other planes must have just gotten fucking shot out of the sky.
Like, whoops.
It's that like survivorship bias. I think it was what it was demonstrating.
Sure, well,
the idea that like, you know, it's what it's the stuff that you don't need to focus on.
Right.
Is the stuff that is good.
Yeah, you leave that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's a better way to put it.
That's how they say it where I'm from.
This is how I fill up an hour's worth of time to talk. I don't say a lot. I don't say a lot of substance, but I say a lot of words.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. See, it's almost like salad. Like you have this garden clippings, And every once in a while, there's a shrimp in there, maybe a little piece of meat.
Oh yeah, well, sometimes if you're lucky,
Yeah,
the salad bars drop.
If you went for the upcharge, yeah,
Right.
then it's there.
The salad bar gods are looking down on you favorably.
Yeah, well, you have to get the
is like
favor
that.
where you can.
Because my jaw gets tired before I ever get full.
Exactly right. You're trying to jam
this
all this
chewing.
stuff. Yeah, and it doesn't. It's not really that filling.
Gnashing
And,
of the
yeah,
teeth.
it's a real big mess.
It's in the Bible. Gnashing of the
It's
teeth,
true.
baby.
Yeah, they love gnashing in the Bible.
Is it Revelation or Revelation?
It's it's singular
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's the revelation of Saint John.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm bringing up.
Yeah.
Oh man, we'll get. I don't know if we're gonna cover that one on Two Headed or if we're just gonna
I think
do a smattering. We're like gearing back up towards
we
it now.
yeah. I think what we should do, we should figure out something that we can do a compilation of all of these movies that we watched, most of which were shit.
Yeah, I want to just
that-
do like a machine gun, like
Yeah, like all of these are a bunch of movies that we watched. They were terrible. We didn't like them. None of them were deserving of their own episode or whatever. And then of course we can do a couple of note that also weren't deserving of an entire episode. So
Yeah, I mean, of the ones I watched so far,
Yeah.
I liked them to an extent. So
yeah, I think so too. I don't think there's anything that's been terrible, like unbearable.
yeah, yeah.
So but yeah, we'll cover some of that stuff. What I have been watching though is this documentary on I think it's on Netflix. I was going back and forth between that and Hulu, so I can't remember which one it was on, but I think it's on Netflix about Apollo 13. And
Okay.
they have exclusive video from the NASA archives that they like licensed to them for this documentary. So they actually have an entire sequential retelling of the whole
Oh,
fucking
wow.
thing. It's
Wow.
really cool, like from first person. Like you get the only thing is that a lot of the interviews that they have done, there's no video to accompany them, so there's just
Oh, I
the
see.
audio, and then during that they show video, like NASA archival video or whatever of these
Yeah.
people. While they're talking, so you can still get the sense of their face or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like I cannot fucking imagine. Like I want to be in space real bad. But getting out there, that's like that is fucking mind blowing.
Yeah, well, you just need escape velocity. That's all.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
just means a
well, you gotta,
ton
yeah,
of
exactly.
fucking
You gotta,
fuel.
you gotta get off of the Earth, and then you gotta get out of the atmosphere,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you gotta get out of orbit. Otherwise, you're just gonna get stuck in a circle
Well, like
or an ellipse. But
yeah.
Yeah.
You've been on planes, right?
I've been on planes.
So you get on a plane in that takeoff part where
Yeah.
you like escape the ground and you start
Oh, yeah.
soaring. That's like it's 30 seconds tops
yeah.
from keying off.
Well,
to the,
and you're
to
not
when you're gliding.
dealing with nearly the G forces you're gonna get.
Right. So imagine it so much more intense.
Yeah.
It's vertical and just pulling your freaking cheeks back to your
Mhm.
butthole.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. All the way, flapping all the way. But like
You
thinking
look like
about,
Groupie Dog by
like,
the time
yeah,
you
that's
get up to the
exactly what
moon.
it is. Yeah, you got that little red plume on the top from the blood.
All been forced to a singular point.
That's right. It's all about that singularity. It's like a black hole. But they like fucking got out there to the moon,
Yeah.
right? And then they had this catastrophic failure or whatever, and then they had to use the fucking lunar lander as a rocket to slingshot themselves around the moon so that they
Whoa.
they
They
had
could get
they
enough.
had 2 days of supplies and energy and oxygen, and they had 4 days before they would be back on Earth.
Wow. Wow.
So they had to slingshot themselves around the moon to like cut off a day or something like that.
Whoa.
And then they had to go into this like low conservation mode in this with the lander docked in this storage thing. Basically,
Mhm.
they had to fly back with this thing, which is not made to be flown like that. It's supposed to take them to the moon.
None of it's supposed to be happening. Nobody should be in fucking space. There's no air up there. There's no
So,
gravity up
They
there.
had to turn the heaters off. They had to turn the fans off, and so everything is
God.
turning into ice.
Oh
It's like-
God.
It's
This is
it's-
a nightmare, dude.
But it's like it's what a fucking crazy scenario to think about, because it's like you deal with that. It's literally survival. You just have to wait.
Yeah.
You have to wait and try and conserve as much energy as you can.
For those listeners who don't deal with
Deirdre!
Deirdre. For those listeners who don't deal with anxiety,
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Exactly right.
But
Good
if you
to
want
have
to
your
know
life.
what it's like to have generalized anxiety, imagine that scenario is your daily life.
Yeah.
You are just, the walls are freezing.
Mhm.
Your supply's running low.
Yeah.
You have to make it through
That's right.
to the end.
That's right. You
And
just have to
hope.
get, and the worst isn't even over yet. You still have to go through reentry.
There's so much catastrophe that could still occur.
Oh yes.
Like I think for me, being overly aware of like the fragility of my life
Mm-hmm.
and all the things around, like everything is like a Final Destination movie in my head. Every little thing, just
Yeah,
one little
yeah.
slip and fall.
Oh, sure.
Literally, you could die just slipping
Yes.
on the ground.
Yes. That's all. That's all it takes.
Hit wrong
That's all
and
it
boom,
takes.
it's all
Hello,
over.
goodbye. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. That's all.
Fat
it's-
lady singing. It's done.
But the one guy on the mission, this was his third time.
There's
And they're
something
doing
wrong.
interviews. He's talking about
He's like, I
all his
loved it.
friends that are dead that blew up in the rocket tests.
I'm the one.
We had to bury him, and he's all calm and jovial and joking and everything.
My bullets are in places that were already reinforced. They were weak. That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit, man!
There is a certain kind of trait of
Yeah,
a person
Yeah.
to do stuff like
I
that.
think it's missing.
undauntedly.
Something is
Yeah,
off.
maybe
Something is off
Not
in
a
your head.
quality you own,
There's
but
a
something you're-
switch. There's a switch that's turned off in your head.
I would venture to say that's true.
Yeah, because it's the same people that go into submarines. It's because it's the
God.
same fucking thing.
I just saw I just saw a picture. I'm gonna send it to you of
Yeah.
the last remains of the Titan
Yeah.
down by the wreckage of the Titanic. And oh my God, every time I shouldn't take this much joy from this, but a bunch of dumb billionaires
That's
went
it.
splat inside at the bottom of the
And,
ocean.
and isn't it crazy that that James Cameron was down there when 9/11 happened?
When 9/11 happened? Oh my God!
He was down there with somebody else. I can't remember who it was.
A plane has hit the World Trade Center.
No, some
Well,
actor.
well.
He said, "Come on, let's go have breakfast on the bridge of the Titanic."
Oh wow!
And so they went down. They went underwater. They came down, and when they came back up, the world was on fire.
Holy fuck! Don't ever leave us again, James
Yeah.
Cameron. Jesus Christ!
Oh, my
Terminator's
God.
coming to life while you're down there.
It's absolutely crazy. I like to think about that. But yeah, I would like going through that whole experience. And the other guy, the guy, one of the guys who was supposed to be on that mission, he got one of those old timey diseases.
Lou Gehrig's. Those old polio.
By a polio virus,
it's
whatever.
Polio, yeah. What else is what's been essentially
No, it's not
eradicated?
polio. It's something.
Oh, like I know. Yeah, like typhoid fever.
No,
or like
what's a typhoid fever?
Oh no, what's the one? Damn, I'm drawing a blank now.
I don't remember what it is, but he had some disease.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't go on the mission. And so he stayed back and he was working with all these other mathematicians and scientists. And they're fucking doing they have their radioing back and forth between the lander and them. And they're saying, like, check my arithmetic. And they're like reading each other and they're doing math on the side of the walls. This all has to do with their survival, like how much oxygen is left in the fuel. Is it
Straight fucking hell, dude.
Can you make sure I didn't miss any punctuation in this before I hit this in?
Oh
my God.
Life has not bred this out of people.
Yeah.
Because we had to have this drive to
Yeah.
find new areas
Right.
to traverse and make it through harder and harsher landscapes to, hopefully find somewhere worth settling.
Yeah.
And to tame the environment around us.
Right.
I mean, this is like, as they say, like it's the final frontier. Well, as Jean-Luc Picard says.
Yes, that's
And
right. That's right.
There's only ever, there's only stuff to explore from here on out. The problem we're having now is limitations, but you got to have that kind of mentality to do math on the side of the wall while you're slowly dying,
Right.
to probably just sacrifice your life for the sake of the cause of like making new ground.
The irony is they would probably freeze right before reentry when they catch on fire and then are smashed like a cocktail into the ocean.
It just looks like the Kool-Aid man took a dip in the freaking Atlantic.
Exactly right. It's just God like smiling and then throwing his beer back in the bartender's face.
God
God
loves
loves it when they
violence.
die.
He
Oh
got-
my
and
God.
the more
God loves blood.
grotesque, God loves blood. That's why he put so much inside of us.
All of them got a lot of it. There's tons of
Everything has
blood in there. That's got blood and that's got blood.
Warm blood, cold blood. Red
Trees got
blue
blood. It's real slow blood. I love
It's like
blood.
sap, but it's still gooey and it's running through 'em.
And you know that God has no blood. That's
Got
why
zero
he's
blood.
fetishized.
He's used all the blood that he was capable of,
Yeah,
of owning.
he thought that he had an infinity of like infinite reserve, but no,
It's one
it
of
was
those.
a tank. It
rock
was a
and a-
tank.
It was one-
He tapped it.
Because all things are possible, that has to be true.
That's right, exactly right. Yeah, he cannot be limited.
God can be limited because that's
Right,
a possibility.
only by himself, though.
Right.
This is it, and that's
He's chosen it.
right, exactly
He
right.
chose
Yes.
to say,
Yeah.
I ran out of blood, guys.
He's like,
Can't make any more stuff
oh
with
yeah,
blood.
there's no blood left. That's right. I decided that now.
So therefore, I need to reharvest
That's
it,
right. I need more blood. Bring me more blood.
squeegeeing it right out of our lives.
What was that dragon's name? Quetzalcoatl? Is that what it was? Quetzalcoatl. That's it. Quetzalcoatl. That's it. That the Aztecs they used to.
Oh,
Right,
Lord,
what-
well, this is not.
Wasn't
You're,
it-
you're going into a mode of information that you're only you of the two of us are privy
okay.
to.
Yeah, I think that's
don't
what it
have
was.
I
I
don't
think
have
that
any
was the
kind of clue.
Aztec dragon god.
Is that the one that has like the real blocky face that's on like all the Aztec?
Yeah.
kinda- Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and he's got feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, the feathered dragons were popular for
Man,
them.
people's imaginations are crazy. But it's
just
funny
wild
how like all the same. So it's always the same kinds of points of like, help me explain what's going on.
Yeah.
I need purpose and I'm scared. It's like
Mhm.
just this human awareness, like self-awareness.
Right.
The theory of mind and the fact that we're even like we're questioning what's around us.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I
yeah.
tried the other day. I was walking. Allison and I were just like taking a walk, and I was talking about like how animals must feel, and I just took a moment to just stop any kind of language or thought in my brain.
Yeah,
just turn it off for a second. I was like, oh,
Not-
that's what it's like.
most people can't do that though. You know.
it's-
That's
well, I couldn't do it for a long time.
yeah. Yeah.
But as you know, on this fucking show,
Right.
I spent an hour just out to the void like a fucking Mars Attacks Martian. That's me. Just I'm just out here screaming and invading spaces where I don't belong.
Putting heads on other animals' bodies, all kinds of shit.
Fucking up Michael J. Fox
That's
worse
all
than he's
worse
already
than-
got been
it's-
fucked
it's
by a
always-
god.
That's all how it happens. It's those ray guns.
But yeah, like just try that little experiment if you haven't. I mean, if this
Oh my god! If
I'm
you
such
could
an
do
idiot
that,
over here with like no one's ever thought of this. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
just try to
yes.
turn off your language part and just realize that there's like instincts and feelings and just observations.
yeah, there doesn't. You don't have to add anything. This is
Yeah.
This I'm not used to talking about this on the show. You don't have to add any thoughts. You know, like you can just experience what's
Mhm.
going on around you without there being a story involved
Yeah,
with it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Life is all about. I've kind of come to this conclusion recently. That life is really just about the story you tell yourself,
Yup.
because there isn't any real inherent. This is debatable, but I don't think that there's any like real inherent kind of like right or wrong. It's if it's pure Darwinism from that
Mhm,
perspective,
mhm.
whatever works is
Yeah.
what's best.
Right.
And it's just best for that moment. So
Right.
there isn't any real like we like our sensibility of like morality and stuff. That's good. That's I agree with it, and I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when it comes down to just your daily life, the arbitrary nature of the arbitrary things you do.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the story you create for yourself. So make it a good story.
Exactly.
Make
if you
it a
need the
good
story
one.
at all,
Yeah, or don't
just
have
be
one
like
at
a
all.
bird.
I'm like a bird.
That's right.
I only fly away. I don't know where my blood is.
Oh man.
God.
Oh yeah, Tom knows. Tom knows about Quetzalcoatl there. That's good.
Yes,
That's
a
good. It's
man
good.
of culture.
It's good to know. It's good to know about. I think I have a statue of him in the other room. Little statue on,
You got
on
all
top
these,
of a
like,
pyramid.
Weird old gods and stuff like living in
Oh,
your
yeah.
I love your monuments of like various strange things. Because like I was saying, it's just like part of the human nature to assign value and meaning to like stories and things that like weird beings, myths, and
Mhm.
creatures, which is why we love movies.
Oh
just-
yeah.
I just watched this is gonna sound stupid, but like I haven't seen all of the a lot of the Friday the 13th movies.
Okay.
One 1 through I watched like all of 4 and all of 6 and all of 7, but I've only seen like bits of the other ones. You know, the important stuff.
Yeah,
like,
right.
But I watched the first one. I was like, damn, because of course we just had a Friday the 13th holiday.
Yes, we did.
And it was like the first one was like really good.
Yeah.
For being what it was, I
Yeah.
was like, shit, this is like a good movie. It's the same feeling I had when I watched Halloween. I just really appreciate it as an actual good quality cinema.
Absolutely. That throat slit scene is one of my favorites
Woo.
in all of cinema. It's
Oh.
like the edges are so poorly like
Yeah.
tapered into the neck.
And you know, the head just
it's
like through a hole.
It doesn't even look like it's made out of latex. It looks like it's like clay.
Oh my god. I was like, I felt bad for Kevin Bacon because like he had a nice healthy relationship with his girlfriend. They were perfectly like,
yeah,
the
it was-
relationship's portrayed up until you get to the later ones where it's like goofy and hokey.
Right.
Particularly like number 4 is like dumb. Number 3 is getting stupid, but that Jason in number 3, I
Hell
love that
yeah.
at the end with his face, he's all bloody.
Yeah,
He's like, in her dream. It's so fucking good because I feel like that's me when I look out into the world every single day. That's what the world sees.
That's right.
Just-
Well, you know, and you have to give them something. Show them your brave face.
Oh, it made me realize too that I spent the entirety of most of those movies because most of the characters beyond the first one are just kind of like loathsome idiots.
Sure.
And I was like, get him, Jason.
Yeah.
Get him.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Well,
The
he's-
casting director went on vacation years ago. Get him.
he's like he's very sympathetic as far as like a villain goes because he's not I don't think he really knows any better. He's clearly he has got some mental issues like while he's living.
Right.
Then when he's undead, I mean it's even I'd say that's pretty much out the window. Now he's like driven by some kind of evil force or something.
Electricity.
Yeah. Just one lightning bolt. That's all it takes.
That's all you need.
The soul of Thomas
That's
Edison.
all you need.
Man, but yeah, he's like, I mean, he's interesting to watch, but he's kind of like, I'm just using this as an example of like our own little legends that we create, and we have,
right.
as human beings, we have fun with it. We, we watch movies and stuff, and I don't know, it's cool. I think seeing the weird long leg, who's that Moloch?
Yeah, Moloch.
Moloch, the owl in your other room over there.
Yeah. Oh
You
no,
guys
that's
should
that's Stolas. That's Stolas.
Stolas, sorry.
Yeah.
You guys
Moloch's a different
you
guy.
should do like a quick video tour, just to see this this weird magic altar, it's bizarre. It looks like it's a horror movie. It looks like it's like it's like walking into the gypsy's home in a horror movie. I love it.
It's just on the other side of the wall there. Yeah. In fact,
full of books. One day, this whole wall's gonna cave in on the podcast because it's
gonna rip out like it's a Hellraiser movie.
We have such.
And it's all terrible on the other side, so it really will look like.
You'd be looking right at the altar with all the candle wax
And
drips. And all
ironically, you would probably be able to see my pinhead, my Hellraiser poster that's on the door over there. So you got perfect vantage point.
Oh man,
wonderful, very good. Yeah,
dude, I'm still awaiting the possibility of who was the guest you were hoping to get with Monster Mania?
Claire Higgins, is that right? Juan,
Yeah.
is that what it is?
Yeah, Juan definitely will know.
Claire, yeah, it's Claire. I remember that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
hoping
not the
that
right
she's going to
last
pop in. I did see that they announced somebody else new from Monster Mania.
Yeah.
Baltimore. Fuck.
Yeah, it was oh shit. The guy from Mallrats
Yeah,
who's
Ethan
staring
Suplee.
at the poster.
Ethan Suplee.
Yeah.
He's like in like great shape now.
Yeah,
Have
he
you
lost
seen
a
him? He's just
ton of
he's
weight.
like jacked.
Yeah.
And he's still got a little bit of that like kind of extra skin thing
Oh.
that happens when you're like
As he would,
you know, when you slingshot from one to the other.
Right.
I think also he spent a lot of time in that.
Oh, it is
Sorta.
Higgins. I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Next one.
Yeah, it'd be great to have a complete poster.
Yeah. It would be cool, but
It's still pretty fucking awesome.
exactly
Like,
right. That's why I'm saying if I don't get it, it's not going to break my heart.
That's-
But
even more than my own collection of my stuff. I have like just a name here and there.
Yeah.
The random people. I don't have any like one movie where I've got like everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
well,
wild.
like I said, technically I don't have the female Cenobite from the first one because Barbie Wild was in the second one.
Oh, so she probably that first actor doesn't probably do cons.
Not
really.
that I'm aware of.
It might not even be alive. Who knows? That's the other thing. As we
Also possible.
as we approach this age, people start
Yeah,
kinda
you're getting closer and closer.
dipping off. Who
Ja-
just thought
James Earl Jones,
Oh, we
man.
didn't talk about that.
Holy shit! The
Oh.
voice the voice of 1,000 generations.
I don't know if and since we're merged shows now, we can talk about it over here. But
yeah.
I don't know if you've posted Flames Real Jones, but I had done this some months ago. Something like half a year ago, maybe, or more.
And I was going to erase it the day before he died.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
because I thought we took a long break. We're going to start the show up again. We can start with a fresh board.
Yeah.
And then he
Nope.
died.
And Allison said to me, I hope that's not an indication on where he is.
That's it. Yeah. He definitely, he lives on in our hearts and on our whiteboards.
Yeah.
As they say.
You gotta love James Earl Jones.
You have to. You
Who
don't
doesn't
have
like James Earl Jones?
Yeah, exactly right. How could you not like James Earl Jones? That's the better question.
Even I spent in my youth, I held it against him that he promoted the Yellow Pages.
Yeah, that's right.
Which,
the Yellow
when
Pages.
I was a baby, this will be to no one's surprise. When I was an infant, my dad slipped on a phone book while walking down the stairs with me, and
that's right. You
launched me out of his arms like a torpedo right into like one of these. We had like a pole in our downstairs that was covered by like this fake wooden kind of like square type of covering.
Yeah.
And I hit my head. I slid down, and my dad was like, "Oh my God, he's dead." And he walked over, and I was just crying my head off. And of course, I have no recollection. I was told the story.
The memory was wiped.
The memory was. I had to start over on all of my learning ability.
It was a complete reboot. Yeah.
The only thing I wish it would have just like taught me some kind of other language or something. You know how people just wake up with new languages?
You knew a bunch of languages before.
Fuck, yeah, that's what it
You
was.
just hadn't learned how to use your mouth yet. Yeah.
It erased the whole bunch.
Yeah, you
so
were
think
too-
of all
you
the
were too
potential.
young. Yeah.
All the potential for me to be a normal person.
Yeah, you were
But-
a polygot in your last
Yeah,
life, and you killed like 4,000 people so that you could carry it through the veil of death into your next incarnation. And your fucking dad tripped down the stairs and wiped out
Karma.
4,000 lives.
Karma balanced the scales because he's just like derp, derp, derp. That's the kind of dad he's gonna get. You're gonna get this dad who's gonna just fail upwards.
Oh man, that's great. Oh yeah, looking at the Ars Goetia. Yeah, well, that's good. You get the don't forget about the full Megaton. But anyhow, getting magical now. Anyhow, it's so.
So I did blame James Earl Jones for that.
It was
but
his
fault.
fault. It was
I
his
grew
fault
up and I blamed my
initially.
dad.
And then you realize that's right. He didn't have any part to do with this. My father, on the other hand. Oh yeah, what a sad day. But he was doing. He left us a legacy of deep and long sentences in the let's see, what is that called? Is it Sports Illustrated Celebrity Bible? That's it. That's it. No, I just remember when we used to go to fucking Borders all the time on Fridays that there was the audio version and the audio books where all the CDs and shit were.
Mhm.
There was one that was the Bible, and James Earl Jones did the bulk of the reading.
Oh wow. Oh,
And they
interesting.
advertised it online all the time too,
Mm.
because James Earl Jones, of course, that's where you get the pull. It's all those Lion King fans it up. Yes, let it up. Well, you have to. Indy, coming on!
How about him? Like, what a trajectory.
Yeah.
From like kind of having such a very sleepy, quiet career in his adulthood.
Yes.
To winning a fucking Oscar. Did he win an Oscar?
I mean, speaking of which, fucking the Shogun winning 18 Emmys?
Yeah, that's great. I love
Jesus
it.
Christ, well deserved.
Love it.
Yeah.
Also, I read that fucking True Detective won a bunch too.
Yeah.
The latest season. Look, I've spoken to some people, and me and Kenny were having a conversation about this the other day, or like last month. But
right.
He was saying that he did enjoy it, and that we took a little bit of issue with as far as like agreeing with some of the plot points at the end.
Right.
But I was like, dude, I just felt it just did not have the kind of quality for me. It was nowhere near what the other was doing. And I think if you take it as its own piece of something, it's like average at best.
Right.
I really don't see it as like But if you enjoyed it, I mean, good. That's
right,
good.
sure, right.
But I mean, the fact that the article I was reading was like, we're doomed because this thing got so many Emmys and it should have not have been in the conversation.
We don't understand how they got all these Emmys.
And it was like they were saying that because it's critically and audiensely,
yeah, just do it. Just keep going.
Usually, I just try to get the words out.
I just have to tell you what's going on in my head right now.
I gotta get this stuff out of here.
I used to be a polyglot.
Oh God!
I was thrown into a bowl.
I was
You're
launched.
the boy who lived.
My brain was pulpified. It's just sloshing the orange juice up in here. I am so scattered. All the
full of
potential.
pulp.
It's just full extra pulp. It's extra pulp, God.
That's where they just take the peel off and just jam it into the jar. So, good enough. We'll take it from there.
They gotta suck real hard to get it out.
They want the extra bulb. They did this to themselves.
They ordered this.
They did this to themselves.
All we're doing is trying to serve the customer.
That's all right. We're just trying to supply and demand, okay? This is a capitalist society, isn't it? Peggy? With your extra pulp.
I see you want to chew your orange juice.
Oh, okay. I see. You're done with drinking for now, huh? Swore off of it altogether this time. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what we're going to swear off of this first part of the show.
Yeah,
Let's get
thank
to
God.
some weird news. Let's get to that.
Please.
Let's get to that section.
Give me
and
props.
the best part is it's from last week.
I love it.
Love it. Let's do it.
We're 1 week behind, and forever we'll have more content.
Forever and ever and ever. Wait a minute, Juan. James Earl Jones's father was in the horror film Sleep. Yes, he is. And I only found that out because somebody put out a special edition. Scream Factory put out a special edition, and they had there's 4 clicks, and if you pull it all the way up to 5, then it lets loose so you can drop it all the way back down. Don't pull it all the way up.
Drop it all the way down and go up?
Yeah, it's full. No. I'm saying if you pull it all the way up, it's going to go, it resets.
Yeah.
So you just want to go click, 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 click. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Ace is here too.
Ace.
Hey. Yes, but anyhow, so in the special features on the documentary, they were talking about how that was his father, and that's pretty cool. Yes, indeed. Good old sleepaway camp. What are you saying about Ace?
Oh, I saw recently, Ace, that it was like on my notifications on Facebook, whenever I do check it, it was like, Ace wants you to like the Gore Club podcast. And I literally audibly said, of course I'm going to like it, Ace. Bam. And I said it so fast. It's like, yes, I like it.
There you go.
Goddamn right. Yeah, usually I mostly see his stuff through Instagram.
Right.
But then me and him, I guess, are friends on Facebook now. And so I was like, all right.
There you go. You got it.
Let's
You
do it.
gotta make those connections, keep those connections, and let them keep growing. Let's see. Fucking Bob Barker, too. Put him on sticky note just as a reminder that he is dead this time.
Dude, when you said it, I was like,
so
is he
many
alive?
times. He's dead now.
Yeah, that's right. He did die.
Yeah, he's actually dead. I'm going to keep this as a reminder next to the soundboard because
it needs to be said.
forget all the time.
Every single time.
Is Bob Barker here, or has he gone to the great beyond? What is going on here? Let's get the weird news ready. Here we go. That's not the right button. That is the right button. And here we go. As we're going on, and that's it. Now we're ready. Cue this up. Get the weird news intro ready to play, and then we will go, everybody. And we got a good crowd. We got, oh my God, look at all these people. We got Miles. We got, what the hell, all these people.
Oh, and
here?
Miles, we have not seen Romulus yet.
No.
So I saw you tried to tag us in something
We're
too.
in
And
it.
I was like, I don't get it yet, but I'm going to.
There we go.
I haven't done it yet, but I will.
But I will.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know if how far that one is away from digital.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to come around eventually.
Yeah.
Sooner-
Whenever it goes digital.
Sooner than later.
Yeah, I think that's when I'm going to try check it out.
Sounds good. Let's do.
You know what? Have you? Is the Ghost movie on digital yet, or
Ghost movie?
the Ghost? I'm sorry, the Ghost of the band.
The
Ghost.
Right Here, Right Now thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to take a look and see if that
it
is
might
out
still
there.
be out of ways, but
Yeah, because I don't think it's in theaters anymore.
mm-mm.
But yeah, I'll have to take a look and see. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's out there somewhere. We'll see.
I'm interested in watching that.
Yeah,
one.
me too. We'll check it out. Let's
Anyway, let's move back to business.
let's check all the
I'm like-
weird news.
I'm like, hey, look, we have a lot of listeners. You want to just hear me drone about some bullshit? All right, let's do it.
The Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter match.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used to withstand on me to get the fire off me! Oh, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The Human Torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has button shoes.
And now with this week's weird news, here's Mitch.
Everybody, so here we go. We're going to get the video up here so everybody at home can watch and see the craziness that is about to. So here we go, everybody. An Alabama family is living the nightmare. Let's start this again. An Alabama family is living in a nightmare after a surgeon removed a man's liver instead of his spleen in a Florida hospital.
How do you make that?
That's not going to grow back.
Yeah, that's not. Well, it might if he left a little bit behind.
I put an X. I put an X on it. I thought.
Cut him open.
I put an X on it.
Spleen.
That's right. Stitch him back up, and that way next week when I go in to do the surgery, I know which one to go for. It's not my fault you didn't swallow the X pill. That goes straight into your liver.
He drank the X beer.
He
and
did it.
that's why
I
it's
thought they gave him the wrong one at the pharmacy. Probably they gave him the generic brand. Never go with the generic
I
brand.
can't read it.
Nope, doesn't work. So it caused the patient to bleed to death in the operating room. So he's dead.
Oh fuck!
So
Wait, is that what happened?
yes.
Oh
So
my
it was.
God.
So it wasn't the first time a similar error was made by the surgeon. Apparently. So it was one of the most egregious cases of medical malpractice that I've ever been involved with. He said that such an error is not usual in the United States. A Johns Hopkins study said that operations take place on the wrong body part 20 times a week.
Whoa, that's way more often than I want it. It's
20 times a week.
Jesus Christ!
So next time, if I ever get surgery, I'm gonna be like, Doc, get the Sharpie out.
I'm gonna tell you something.
We're making marks. We're writing notes. We're doing all kinds of, and I'm writing it because I know you have terrible handwriting.
Yeah.
I can write in 8 different languages. Nobody threw me into a poll. All right.
I have an anecdotal experience with that. When I was in high school, I was going through like the orthodontist stuff with the braces.
Mm-hmm.
They were gonna, because I have like I have like too many teeth as far as like getting the braces to line them up right. So I needed to have 2 teeth on the bottom removed. They were the teeth right next to the canines. And when I went to my dentist to have the procedure done, they're like, okay, yep, it's these canines. I heard them talking, and I was about to go under, and I was like, wait. I was like, I almost didn't say anything. I'm like, they must know.
Right.
But I was like, I think it's actually these. And they were like, oh, yeah, you're right. And I was like, what the fuck?
And you're like,
yeah. They had a big old mallet over in their hands. Clonk.
oh, yeah, you're right.
Dude, they nearly took the wrong fucking teeth.
Holy shit,
Be your own advocate, please.
That's right. You need to be in the operating room, too. Do an out-of-body experience. Do transcendental meditation for several weeks, months, years beforehand, and that way you can play. You can make sure that somebody's speaking up for you. Somebody's got to do it. Well, it all started when William Bill Bryan, who was 70.
Bill Bryan?
Yeah.
His middle name
Willie
Bill.
Willie Bill and his wife, Beverly of Alabama, were visiting their condo in Destin, Florida. It was a destiny thing. When Bill began to have some pain on his left side. Classic. Okay. We're so far following the book. We know what's going on. It's all making sense. Okay.
Yeah.
He was admitted to Ascension Sacred Heart Emerald Coast Hospital. Too many names.
That's a big name for a hospital.
The doctors are calling it like
to Ascension Liberal Heart Beat Hub.
He wanted to go to Emerald Ruby. He didn't say. The Emerald Ruby.
Take him. Just throw him in the gutter with the rest of them. Couldn't say it quick enough.
Put him in the sorting cart. We don't know where he goes yet. We'll wait. Hopefully, just give him some smelling salts. Hopefully, he'll wake back up. Well, he was admitted to Ascension Sacred Heart Emerald Coast Hospital.
Oh.
It's not Myanmar, but that's what it looks like. It's Miramar Beach.
Oh, okay.
With suspected medical problems with his spleen.
Okay.
Okay, so according to the attorney, they said that the general surgeons, Dr. Thomas, and the hospital's chief medical officer, Dr. Christopher Bacani, we'll go with that one.
Yeah.
Persuaded the Bryants not to return home for the surgery, but to have it done in Florida instead, suggesting that it was too dangerous for him to move, that his spleen could rupture. Do we have a deal? Do we have a deal for you?
It would have been so much safer for him to just run home.
If you sign this paperwork right now, yeah, we'll get you in tomorrow. The Bryant family attorney said that, according to medical records, I didn't read Dr. Thomas's last name, which is Shanknovsky.
Oh my God, Thomas Shanknovsky.
Yeah, he's having some issues with other people's organs.
I picture him as Cutman from Mega Man. You know, Cutman with the scissors on his hand.
It's got to be. It's exactly right. This is exactly what it looks like. Well, let's see, where do we leave off here? According to medical records, Shanknovsky proceeded with the hand-assisted laparoscopic splenectomy procedure, the removal of the spleen, for those uninitiated.
Sure.
During the operation, Shanknovsky removed Brian's liver and in doing so, transected, which means cut, the major vasculature supplying the liver, causing immediate and catastrophic blood loss that resulted in Bill Bryant's death.
What in the mother?
There
How do you
go.
fuck that up?
Shanked it again. Shankanovsky did
I
again.
would have messed it up because I don't know the first thing about what's going on inside a person. But this man is he
As if anybody was like, you think you could do any better?
It seems like it.
I mean, I could have Googled it in the operating room.
Yeah.
Something. This is
Holy
the
shit.
Shankster over here on the right.
My
shanked
God.
it. Yeah, this is him.
No, thank you.
Anyhow, according to medical records, the surgeon did not realize his mistake at the time of the surgery and proceeded with labeling the removed liver as a spleen. After the procedure, he told Beverly Bryan that the spleen was so diseased that it was 4 times bigger than usual and it had, quote, migrated to the other side of his body.
Wow. That is the most deflecting of responsibility and accountability
the brain.
ever
That's the
heard.
brain down there.
That brain was so diseased it migrated into his foot.
His brain, it just piece by piece. You don't realize it's all these little pieces.
The Theseus is shit
'cause
kind of situation.
When you see it, it's a big lump, but it's actually one long piece of spaghetti, and it all went down his throat, and that's why it's in the chest cavity right now. But it's very small. He had a very small brain.
I yanked on one little thread, and boy, it started
The
unraveling.
whole thing
like
came
one of those
out.
clown
The
handkerchiefs.
whole thing. Yep, the whole thing. So
Jesus, that is the most egregious shit I've ever. Oh God.
So the medical examiner later determined that that Bill Bryant's liver was gone, and that his spleen was still in his body, in place with a cyst attached to it.
Allison will get this joke. I thought that this was somebody that maybe you know. I won't say more than that.
There you go.
It sounds like somebody I've heard about.
Yeah, we're just really having a hard time.
Jesus Christ.
So as the legal team began looking into Bill Bryant's death, the discovery was not the first time Shanknovsky had mistakenly operated on the wrong part of a person's body. In a previous wrong site surgery, he mistakenly removed a portion of the patient's pancreas instead of performing the intended adrenal gland resection, which is cutting out tissue or part of an organ.
Does this guy know anything about medicine?
He's like, we're cutting something in this area. He's just throwing like lawn darts. He's like, that's our
He gets
incision.
inside and he's just like, he sounds like Frank Abagnale, the guy who used to fake that he's a pilot and shit. This guy, this guy is 100% a fraud.
Yeah,
There's no way that medical license is fraudulent.
He's really having a rough time. So the cases were settled in confidence, and that he remained a surgeon at the Ascension Sacred Heart Emerald Coast Hospital as recently as August of this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
He just got maybe put on leave.
Yeah. So, quote, never events were defined as those occurrences for which there is a universal professional agreement that they should never happen during surgery.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's an estimated of 80,000 of these so-called never events occurring in American hospitals that they believe, or estimates are likely on the low side between 1990 and 2010.
Oh, yeah.
So, there
Yeah.
you go.
Be careful. I mean, we just talked to Stefan about his experience.
So here's the best part,
Jesus.
though. Under Florida law, a 6 to 9 month pre-suit process has to take place before filing a formal medical malpractice lawsuit in court can happen. The family does tend to go through with the lawsuit, though, I would imagine so.
I hope so.
So hopefully the medical board, they could take care of it. But right now, you said it could take months to revoke his medical license. So
he's just out there practicing.
He's out there slicing and dicing. He's out there slicing and dicing.
What do they call him?
Shankster. That's
if you have there's a
Shanknovsky.
Shanknovsky, if you hear this name, if you find yourself in a hospital with a very long name, please find your way out.
That's right. Just
out.
Stay with the short, or the ones with abbreviations. If they've settled on a series of like letters, fine. Exactly.
UPMC.
Yes,
love it. Fine.
Love it. That's great. Okay, because they realize they don't have enough time to get the whole name out before they drop dead. We got to abbreviate. Abbreviate is the key. This is the future. It's all about abbreviation.
I have other anecdotal, not myself, but other people that have nearly have been not treated correctly.
Sure. Oh
yeah.
You
got to be careful out there. You got to be real careful.
It's a wild world. It's not the Wild West anymore because we're on the East Coast, but it's at one point Pangea. Who knows where we sat? So I'll tell you who sat over here. A 60-year-old Arizona Wells Fargo employee scanned into her office on a Friday on what appeared to be an ordinary workday.
Okay.
Then 4 days later, she was found dead at her desk in her cubicle.
Dying at work's like the worst. Dude.
Hopefully it was at the beginning of the day and not the end.
That's just as you're about to clock out. Damn.
Like go to stand up, blood clot goes to your brain. That's it. Going to punch out. Denise Prudhomme, 60, was found dead on August 20th in her office in Tempe. So she had last scanned into the building at 7 a.m. on August 16th, a Friday. There were no further scans in or out. Authorities say the police responded to the Wells Fargo office when they got a call about an employee they believed was dead. The cause of death is pending determination, but the investigation is still continued. It's very unclear. This is the big question: how Prudhomme had gone unnoticed for so long.
They don't care about you. Oh, really? What a surprise! At a Wells Fargo bank where they're so fucking concerned about money that a person's humanity is the last thing on their list.
Somebody's got to walk past that cubicle.
Yeah, and only when it starts to stink does it matter.
They're like, old Denise is asleep at her desk again.
Boy, look at her. Is she really taking a nap there?
Take a shower, Denise.
Yeah, close your eyes, Denise.
Yeah.
You sleep better that way.
You're freaking me out over
here. They're just grabbing candies off her desk and popping them in their mouth while they walk by. Well, have a good weekend, Denise. Catch you later.
Okay, don't have to stare at me. All right, sorry.
Denise is so rude. I said good morning to her. She didn't say a word.
Whatever.
She just
whatever.
A fly landing on her eyeball.
Chipping pennies into her mouth. Sleeping with her mouth open. Serves her right.
We got about 72 pennies in there.
It's hanging wide open. Changes spilling out like it's some sort of
like those arcade games.
Arcade game, yeah.
where you
slide the quarter down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you hope that the weird oscillating squeegee arm just pushes it all the way out.
So it's said that we are deeply saddened by the loss of our colleague,
Really?
Demise Prudhomme. Our thoughts are with her family and loved ones, and we're in contact to ensure that they're well supported during this difficult time. We're committed to the safety and wellness of our workforce, and we are reviewing our internal procedures after this current
I'd
event.
say, no, you're not. You're not
Nope,
committed.
everything looks good.
Yeah. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny when people respond with, like, we're actually the opposite of what this news report says. Actually, you're wrong, and what we say is the only thing that matters.
Right, exactly right. We win.
care.
Right, exactly.
We care. I guarantee you Denise's desk will be filled next week.
If it's not filled
With a new
already,
person.
I mean,
Not
they
already.
probably wheeled her out and wheeled somebody right in.
Well, if not that, they probably just absorbed her job into somebody else's responsibilities.
Yeah.
So now that they do more work for the same pay.
Right, exactly.
Which is probably more likely with Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
Fuck those
That's right.
assholes.
Just some more money.
Fuck 'em. They just covered her money.
Yep, that's right.
She can't take it with her. They just covered her up with money.
She's the safest person to handle it. In fact, she has no personal need.
Two men can keep a secret if one of them's dead.
That's right.
At their desk
And
at
let
work.
me tell you what, Denise is my best friend, my confidant, my closest confidant.
Don't you say a bad word about Denise.
Denise,
She's a vault.
Denise, please wake up. I need to know if you're going to tell.
Denise, it's all in an offshore account.
Wells Fargo is an actual well. It's full of money. It's in Fargo.
They got a little pail that they
It's hidden in plain sight. Nicolas Cage told me on the street he was selling hot dogs today. That's crazy.
Oh.
Well, you never know what you're going to see, especially if
no.
you're in Kansas City. A Kansas City Chiefs super fan will spend more than 17 years behind bars.
Oh shit! Oh shit! What, for just being a furry? What is this that I'm looking? This is insanity. This picture here.
I did this one on purpose too.
Is this the same man, or is it? Oh my god! This is him.
It's him. It is him.
What does the Kansas City Chiefs have to do with a wolf?
I think the wolf was his addition. I think he was kind of doing like a crossover thing.
Mm.
But also,
I'm
there's
not sure with crossing over with what, just the animals.
Yeah, I guess. So this is the thing. The reason why he was doing this was he's going to spend 17 years behind bars for his role in a string of bank robberies across multiple states.
Ah, very
So,
cool.
He's robbing banks, but he still wants to be a super fan. He's constantly on their social media, like in videos and stuff like that. So Javier Michael Babudar, 30, is who is well known for his online personality, Chiefsaholic.
Mm-hmm.
He was sentenced to 210 months in prison without parole in the Kansas City federal court Thursday morning, which amounts to about 17 and a half years. Following his sentence, he will face 3 years of supervised release, according to the sentence.
It's like he was sentenced by like a new mother. Oh, how old is he? Oh, he's 764 months.
Yeah, he's 210 months. He's getting big. He's getting real big. We have to shop in the other aisle now.
We got to
too.
shave him all the time.
He's constantly shaving.
howling at the moon.
We put him on this like little spit thing. It spins him, and we just keep the razor going. Keeps him slick.
He goes
So-
barreling into Wells Fargo and just
I'll
starts
tell you what.
demanding money.
He's the mind thing is big with him right now. They're saying he's in some sort of arrested development, but he hasn't been arrested yet. So that's all about the change, though. He was also ordered to forfeit any property involved in his money laundering activity. Yeah, right. He's like, oh,
You
no,
gotta stop-
I had that. I had that car before. I had the house before.
Mm.
This wolf suit. This is the only thing. I had this custom made from real wolf hair.
He spent all his money on a wolf suit and Macho Man Randy Savage pants.
So he was charged with 11 robberies or attempted robberies across 7 states, which he stole nearly $850,000.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so
I love it because it's a victimless crime.
it's true. Yeah, and yeah, the FDIC is going to take care of it. So
It's a victimless crime. All it does is serve to devalue the currency
that's
because
right.
they have to print more.
And the government does that already. He pleaded guilty in 1 count of money laundering and 1 count of transporting stolen property across state lines. He also took account on bank robbery in a separate case in Oklahoma. He admitted to a string of 9 bank and credit union robberies in 2022. 2 more while he was a fugitive. He said while parading on social media as a celebrity and defending a defendant secretly engaged in a violent crime spree of armed robberies and attempted robberies across 7 states. That's what the attorney general said.
The coldness and the confidence of those eyes peering through the wolf suit remind me this could be your dad.
Right. That's it.
This very well could be your dad dressed up crazy,
I can see it.
Running around robbing banks.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. My dad can't raise his right arm up that high, though.
Yeah, that's how you know.
No, it's not him. Yeah.
He's not
I watched the muscle rip in his arm when he was pulling a sheet of OSB off of the roof of a vehicle somewhere.
Oh,
yeah, that was fun. Anyhow,
that's his bicep that
Yep, it's all up there, and so then he went down and did a bunch of bench presses so that he could get the other muscles on his arm strong because he didn't want it to get all crippled up, you know.
Oh my God! Why didn't you just get the surgery to
They can't do that in the basement. Might get Stabanoski or whatever the fuck his name is.
We'll just cut the other one, just mash them.
So the sentence handed down reflects our unwavering commitment to reducing and mitigating the numerous charges and potential decades of imprisonment he faced. Javier extends his heartfelt thanks to followers in France, reassuring everyone that this is not his final chapter. He promises that he'll howl again.
Back to robbing banks just as soon as
I'll
I
be
can.
back
baby.
robbing banks as soon as they let me out, baby.
Oh.
Don't you worry about it. So this is where, we're trying to get back to the wild, I guess is what it is. He's trying to get back in touch with his wild roots. Sometimes
you can't keep this money away from me. Not when I have a gun.
No, exactly right. That's all mine, baby. I'm the werewolf now.
Buying a gun was so much easier than going to school. I love it.
I don't even have to bite you. So I'll tell you who's been biting us back is Mother Nature.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if you know this or not.
Okay.
But this is a big problem.
Sure.
Especially recently.
Are you just talking about life or what?
Just in general.
I really couldn't agree with
all of it is it's only getting worse. Well, it's like nature is napalming us now. Electrocuted flaming bird carcasses are falling from power lines and causing wildfires across the United States.
This is horrific.
It's a surprisingly common phenomenon that's been responsible for at least 3 Colorado wildfires just this summer.
It's like a marshmallow. That's
all it is.
Campfire too long.
Little zippy zap, and that's the end of the day.
I didn't realize that they were getting ignited.
Oh yeah, like crazy.
What the fuck? So these power lines are capable. Wait, why is it that they can sit on the power lines? Is it if they touch 2 power lines?
They got to arc it. Yeah.
Oh.
Then you complete the circuit.
But how come it's not arcing between their feet?
No. Between the 2 wires. Two lines.
That's just one. I see.
A lot of the lines are tension lines that hold everything. So they don't actually have current running through all of them. But then there's the bigger lines that are insulated.
So it's possible to have that current.
If they touch the current and they cross it, well, it's just like the fucking hawk that blew itself up out there at the
here
backyard.
I am saying there's an anecdotal
right
instance
outside
here.
Yeah,
that's true. I remember that.
Got turned to nuggets. So 2022 study found that the electrocuted birds caused 44 wildfires in the United States between 2014 and 2018. And the study was led by Taylor Barnes, a biologist who now works for an electric utility company. And in the paper, they wrote that avian-caused ignitions happen as a bird sits on an overhead power line, and for reasons that can vary from case to case. Sometimes the bird receives a full, powerful electric shock, is getting set on fire. And the dead or dying bird then falls and on occasion lands in some brush or other flammable material, igniting the fire. Damn. So sometimes they just burst into flames, Barnes told 9 News. She says,
This is hellish.
Sometimes they fall dead. Not every bird that's electrocuted bursts into flames, but a lot of them do. And it's becoming a problem.
I think we just need I got the solution for you right here.
Yeah.
Giant plates underneath.
This is what we need.
Dinner plates.
That or cats with stilts that they
Oh,
can just pick them. They can pick them right out because they're hanging down low. They're not in danger anymore at that point.
I think as long as, it's got to prevent them from catching on fire or preventing the fire from touching. But the problem is we got power lines all over the place.
They're everywhere.
All over the place.
Yeah, it's not like just around the poles or anything like that.
We also got birds all over
There's
the place.
birds. There's lots of birds. There's lots of power lines. And so we're just going to have to see how this game.
I think it's just a matter of just getting more water ready for the fire department.
It's chess if it was all pawns, basically. That's what we're looking at. It's nothing but pawns.
One side's pigeons on fire, and the other side is the firemen.
That's right.
Firefighters.
Power lines. The power line team and the pigeon team. And they go eat each other, and somebody always ends up dying. But I'll tell you who's not going to be dying this time.
The fuck am I looking at right now?
Yeah. A Florida IT security company accidentally hired a North Korean hacker who was posing as a Western tech worker.
I love it. I love the fact that I'm so inspired because North Korea does not have any. That's like they're basically like a weird kindergarten, where everybody's meant to like face the wall and praise their leader. So I can't believe that there's like somebody who's ingenious enough that's been deployed.
Sure. Well, yeah, they want to keep their tabs on all this stuff. Yeah,
good for them.
Yeah, it's still doing well in that department. Well, Roger Grimes.
That'll be a soundbite. That's a soundbite for if I ever try to run for any kind of office. No, North Korea, good for them.
Well, good for them.
They're hacking in
Roger
here.
Grimes is a data-driven defense evangelist at Known B4. That's the name of the company, I suppose. A Clearwater company that provides internet security awareness training to thousands of organizations. The company inadvertently hired a North Korean hacker as a software engineer after he used a stolen ID during the interview process. It was just incredulous at first that we had been targeted. Not only did we find that the employee was fake, but then you have to go back and go, do we have any other fake employees that are working at our company? The company reports on the blog on its website that it performed background checks, verified references, and conducted 4 video conferences before realizing this person was a deep fake.
Security is our utmost concern at
Love
this place.
And we're going to tell you how to be secure.
I'm the one who knows best.
Now, Chet, we're going to turn it over to you. Chet? Chet's not here right now. Paul Van and Justin Marciano are the 20-something founders of the West Coast Identify AI.
Okay.
Yeah, right. A deep fake cybersecurity platform that protects enterprises from cyber threats. When cybersecurity company that serves at other cybersecurity companies gets exploited, it causes a lot of problems. It really starts to undercut the significance that we can make in this impact. The mechanism that was used is this known B4 attack was a real-time live video. So this is,
they weren't able to discern
real action AI. Apparently not.
That is
no clue.
That is literally the worst, possible. That's like, it's like they're not. They might as well just be any old fucking like a Kmart.
Yeah, it's time. It's time
because
just
at
to
this point,
go back to school supplies. It's glue, number 2 pencils, composition notebooks. Laptop covers, all that good stuff. The plastic film that you use to keep the book covers from getting messed up, because of course they're going to reuse the same ones with the old history in them over year after year. Well, it's pretty much one of the most efficient ways for adversaries today to get within an organization and have the most ability or greatest capability to breach or attack that organization, according to Van. We anticipate a lot of deepfake technology being utilized in these deepfake job scams going forward. The U.S. government is aware of the threat and started warning against it in an advisory in May 22, and they're using this as a teachable moment. No before is. They're using it this is a teachable moment for us and other companies.
This is not a career-ruining moment.
It's not just us that fucked up. It's other companies, too.
Yeah, you guys were listening to us.
You could have told us you're AI, too. You could have told us, but they didn't. They didn't do that, And and the problem was that they were all excited when the HR director was like, "I can't see race. I don't know. I don't know.
I literally couldn't tell what he was.
I don't know what's going on between the paperwork and the pictures on the screen.
Like, I don't know if this was this was definitely not the intention of the North Korean hacker.
No.
But they accidentally strengthened this security company.
They've done it
by now providing them an incentive to screen live interviews for the use of deepfake technology, which is weird that they weren't doing that already.
Well, you know, and
but they weren't implementing any of it.
Maybe they were. They just finally got to these guys over at KnowBe4. They've been on the list.
They knew after, unfortunately.
And now they're going to have to change their name. They're going to have to change all of their branding.
Didn't know before.
They didn't know before. They're going to know now, and they'll know. They're going to change their name to Know Better next time. Well, no. Once we get hacked,
they should change their name to No Good.
That No Good. We couldn't find anything. We weren't sure what was going on. We don't know what's going on. Absolutely useless, just like this show, and that's why we're going to see it next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt. And that's it, everybody.
That's all.
Take yourselves out to lunch today.
Okay.
Whatever day it is, take yourself out to lunch. Just do it.
Just do
it's
it.
on your dime.
We're on our orders.
Yeah.
You understand us?
Yeah. Whatever you get, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. And if it wasn't good, don't tell us about it.
No, I want to hear complaints.
Tell that Matt if it's bad. Tell me if it was good. And if it's nearby, that's even better.
I love commiserating with negativity, so bring it on.
Yeah, well, that's true. You've got to keep it balanced.
Yeah. Negative. Negativity.
All right, internet people.
Love negativity.
We made it. Let's see.
We did it, and we did it almost
straight
on an hour.
Yeah,
we did a little bit over with the music, but yeah.
It's gonna be perfect. We made it through. We thought
I feel like I'm white knuckling through every episode where I'm like, oh God, what am I gonna say?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh.
So I get caught up in the comments. There's so many good comments. It's wonderful.
Oh, I feel like I'm watching TV, but I'm in it.
Yeah.
I always have dreams. Like I had a dream the other night where I always have dreams. don't we all?
Well,
I had a dream the other night where this topic comes up a lot in my dreams. That I was an extra or like a background, like maybe like a 1 or 2 line speaking part in a. This is so pathetic in shows that I'm a big fan of. So like back when The Walking Dead was on, I used to have dreams where like I knew the cast and stuff because I just was in like a one-off little nothing role.
Of course.
And then just the other night I had a dream that I was like that I was in like I was in an episode or in like a scene that got cut from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
But I knew all the guys and stuff, so we were on like a Breaking Bad themed cruise, and we were all just chilling. They were like, "Oh man, it's great to see you."
See, this is not impossible. You were not on those shows, but you could still make the second part happen.
Isn't it so stupid to like your dreams should be all about your fantasies coming to life?
No,
mine are all about I'm either in a room full of spiders.
Yes. Don't do that one. Don't do that one.
Oh,
do the one with Bryan Cranston.
I'm just this close to being relevant.
Yep.
Socially.
Don't try and be relevant. That doesn't matter.
Right.
No relevant people.
Right.
Because then you have all the influence.
Fame adjacent.
With none of the headache.
That's apparently that's my dream. So I'm trying to follow those dreams, you guys.
Way. It's the Don way.
Trying to follow.
Yeah.
Like Don.
It's the Don way. Don knows how to do it.
Don he's my guy. He's my shining star. My guiding light.
Don,
damn it.
Don, damn it. You make life worth living. Don Con's coming up.
You make life worth living. Yeah, Don. I love what you said. It's Don Con.
It is. That's as far as I'm concerned. Not anymore. It's gone. The hotel's gone. It's Don Con now.
Don Con,
until we find a new home. If we ever find a new home, we may be what do they call vagrants? What do they call
nomads?
Those? Nomads roaming the convention hallways for the rest of our lives.
Yep.
Looking for another Monster Con.
I'm getting ready to just start going to Oaks. Even though it's like a big old conventional, there's like nowhere to hang out. That's the problem. I don't think there's like a bar or anything like that at the Oaks one.
Fuck that then. Why you want to go there?
I just mean it's laid back enough that you probably could chit chat and stuff. I just feel like these city ones, like fucking the Cherry Hill is
that's
so massive.
That's nowhere.
So massive. There's no opportunity to like chit chat. Although it's funny that like the last time we were there, we ended up just like hanging out with Tom Atkins at the end. Yeah. And he was like, What are you guys up to the rest of the night? Yeah. We're like, I don't know. This was it.
Whatever you want to do, Tom.
I was like, I wish there wasn't this like freaking weird guy who was just like hanging around, kind of irritating us at the time. because I was like, is Tom Atkins asking us what we're gonna do? Like, does he want to join us for the evening? Is this what he's
Tom
getting
Atkins
at?
trying to be our third?
Is he trying to be our? Tom Atkins, are you a unicorn? Isn't that like some terminology?
Well, kind of, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use
Yeah,
it.
well, and
Trying to stay hip.
people might use that for Tom Atkins. You never know.
He's a unicorn to me.
That's
He's a
right.
special.
That's
He's a
right.
special
There
one-horn
we are.
being. That's mystical, magical. I liked him a lot because he was just so pleasant. He was just like, what's up? You guys want
course.
to hang out?
Yeah,
I felt like that's what he was trying to tell me.
that's right.
So that was kind of cool, but it's like you got to hang around to the end. And a lot of them, like Ron Perlman's like, well, time to get the fuck out of
Yep,
here.
See you later.
So stop talking to me.
That's right.
I'm done.
Off now.
I'm done.
I'm off now.
I think he'll be there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he'll be there
I
at
think
Baltimore.
so.
But yeah, it's kind of getting hard. It's getting harder to find like a laid back place where you can have both experiences, some semi-personal
Yeah.
and also like, like convention
It's
fun.
it might be a thing of the past. It might
Well,
be a bygone era like Studio 54.
That's right. And look, it's here for a time
Mm-mm.
and it's gone.
That's it. Just like everything else.
Just like all of us.
Everything else.
I don't
It's
know.
all
Is anyone still here listening to us just yapping?
dust in the wind. Same amount of people.
Wow.
Yep. Dust in
You
the
guys
wind.
gotta prioritize better. You really got things out of order, man.
From what I understand, a good deal of people who are listening, they have us on in the background
I
as
see.
they do things.
Better.
And that is the
Better.
way to properly enjoy our show.
I'm
And you-
best listened to from the other room while you're doing
Yeah,
laundry.
through the wall.
Yeah.
Through the wall, over
Just-
the dryer.
Just little murmurs. That's
yes,
all.
that's it. Yeah, just some
over the
semi pleasant murmurs. But all right, everybody, that's it. We're done. We're going to bed.
Yeah. So now, yeah, that's right. That's where we're going.
Everything's all
Straight up.
over.
I'm like a fainting goat. As soon as I step out of this chair,
That's
bam!
it. Right down.
right on the floor,
Right
I'm out.
down. It's like he's hitting the pole all over again.
18 hours straight. You think my name was Denise the way I'll be sleeping out this morning.
We love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.